So, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Reese. I'm gonna take a deep breath as I do this video today. I guess let me start by saying that you have to document the bad with the good, not the good with the bad. Because a lot of times people want to give y'all the good and don't want to come to y'all when they stressing. But I'm going to come to y'all on the other side of the table today. I'm going to document my bad part of this journey. If I look like I'm pissed, I'm pissed. So, yesterday, right, I did my PTI test. Passed it real well, too. And then I did my back-end test. And let me just tell y'all how this went, right? So somehow my calculations were off when I did my alley doc. And I wind up all the way on the pivot side of the fence and did not break the plane yet. So only thing I knew to get off of that, because there was no pivot, push, because I would have been still on the cone or over the line that I needed to be. So, of course, I'll pull up. Reset! Y'all that's coming to truck driving school gonna learn to hate those words. Reset means pull back up to the point where you started. But it sounds easier said than done, because now you're way far off, and to get back to the point and get your trailer straight behind you is a horse of a different color. So, make a long story halfway short, I heard that reset 3 different times, okay, before I got on my path. And let me just pause y'all so I can put this battery together, because my phone going dead. I just really got back. I had to kind of take me a walk because yeah, I was feeling some sort of way for real. So we about to get it together. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay. And while we talking about it, let me go on and get comfortable, because we about to chat. Chatting helps me let off a little bit of steam. And like I said, I might as well document the good with the bad. Ain't no sense, or the bad with the good. Ain't no sense in giving y'all all good and can't come to y'all when I'm stressing. So, back to life now. So, I sat up there and like I said, I heard that reset 3 different times. And so finally, I get myself back. I get my bearings back underneath me, and I get my path back, right? And I back that thing up. I get back into my alley. And that's another thing y'all don't want to hear when y'all taking y'all test is pull up. Why? If they have to tell you to pull up, it's an issue, and that's 3 points. You're only allowed to have technically 12, because when you go to your 13th point, it's wraps, baby. So if you hear reset or pull up, you gonna learn to hate those words. And so, however, back on track, I find my bearings and I get it in a box, and I'm good. So I finally complete my alley dot. I was told to go set up for my straight back. Did my straight back. Out of all the maneuvers I normally have problems with, my straight back is usually what I have my problems with for whatever strange reason. My alley dock be on point. My offset be on point. It be my straight back that give me my problems for whatever strange reason. Well, yesterday, my straight back gave me no problems. I backed that thing up perfectly. So then I move on to the third maneuver, which is my offset. And And what jacked me up, I had one last pull-up. And that's another thing, guys. You never know how many more pull-ups you got, how many points you've already acquired to be able to use any further pull-ups or anything like that. So I used the pull-up and I didn't make it count. So when I pulled up, and I didn't know all the rules to it, so when I asked again today and got more clarity and understanding that I should have had yesterday. If you use a pull-up and you do not end that pull-up by going back in reverse, you are still in your pull-up. So if you stop and be like, okay, I think I might need a little bit more space, you can continue to still pull up and it will not be an additional pull-up, is from what I was told. So what happened to me yesterday when I used my pull-up, I thought if I stopped my vehicle, that was one pull-up. So I ended up go ahead and making the best of it. And when I backed it on up, I realized that I was too close to my left lane, my left line, which is your push line. So I said, damn, how do I get out of that? Usually if you're backing up, you turn towards your problem and it will send it back the opposite way. Well, I was like, okay, I didn't want a chance going over that line because that's 2 points if you go over that line. And I thought I had another pull-up, which would have got me back straight. And all I would have had to do was do a straight back. Well, unfortunately, guys, no. That was my 13th point when I hit that last pull-up. Yeah. So that is the story that stood between me and completing everything yesterday. But I wasn't mad. So I went down today. I went through backing and, observed and actually did some practice. And I got it and got the formula back in my head and thought I was good. And I went to go take my test. And you don't take your test on the same carousel that you were previously on. And I thought I had my calculations of how far I needed to be pushed out. And, I did my pivot. Now we're back on doing my alley dot because that's the first thing you start with when you're at NADTA. So I did my my pivot, got, to where my tractor was not at an exact 90, but just around about 90, where I can see my landing gears and my tires. And so then I went into my push. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm across this line, or at least I thought I was. And so when I pushed back just a little. And I pivoted a little. However it was, I was not close enough to even close enough or near my plane. Okay, so all that push and pivot only rotated the back of my trailer. So now I'm rotated with the back of my trailer. And what I should have done, I should have, instead of pivoting that last time, I should have went ahead and pushed. That way I could have lined back up my trailer with my tractor. And then I could have backed up at least a foot or two. And then went back into my pivot so I could bring my trailer back over to my left line. That would have worked for me, but I didn't think about that when you're in the heat of the moment and you're trying to make decisions like, what do I do? What do I do? I'm up against 30-minute clock. I don't want to be over here. I don't want to be over there. I don't know what my other side is doing. It's so much go through your head. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. As a new driver, that's why I look at some of these students when they outside the vehicle and they, oh, it's nothing. It's nothing. I can do that. Psh, it's nothing. It's a piece of cake. Watch me, Dougie. Okay. Have you done it yet? Nope, I haven't. Okay, then let's wait until you do it. Then, talk all that smack. But as long as you ain't did, you don't know what's going on with that person inside their head once they up in that truck. So, back on track with my story. I failed my backing test again, y'all. But even though I'm still not mad, I'm frustrated with myself, but I'm not mad. And the reason why I'm going to tell y'all why I'm not mad is because my hard stuff is over. That permit test and all the knowledge that you have to cram inside your head and make sure you get those questions right and you only get technically 3 tries, I passed that on the first try. So that battle is over. My PTI test, which you only get 3 tries as well, I jumped over that hurdle as well. I passed it on the first try. This backing ain't for everybody. I'm going to tell y'all, it's still some hard hitters out here. And all my hard hitters that, have tuned in to me, come on, step up and be honest. Give us some encouragement. Let us know, be honest. It's still some hard hitters out here that's like, look, I still ain't good at backing. That's just like when you first learn how to drive and, drive a car, a 4-wheeler as they call it. And, you got people out here that's been driving longer than me, that's older than me, that still can't parallel park. I can parallel park my butt off. But something about this tractor and trailer thing, once I'm up there in it, my judgment and my calculations seem to keep getting off. I'll stand there and I observe, in my observation time and even in my practice time. And I'm like, okay, I got the calculations. If I move up this many feet, if I turn my wheel to pivot this far, and then, I push this far. But once you actually doing it in a whole nother spot, in a whole nother time of the day, or a whole nother moment in your head, it's not the same. And for some strange reason, I keep missing the mark. I did better yesterday than I did today. Like, I didn't even get out of my alley dock today, y'all. And I think that's probably what frustrated me the most, because even when I thought I got back on path, I jacked up. So, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. Because there's always tomorrow. That's the beautiful thing about backing. They don't have a 2, 3, 4 strikes you out rule. From my understanding, I don't know how many times you can miss your backing, but it's more than 2 or 3 times. So by the grace of God, we're going to get it. And by the grace of God, hopefully we're going to get it tomorrow. Because I would really love to go ahead and get this over with. I know the real world is going to give me more experience. When I go out there with my trainer, they going to get me together and they going to work with me. Some of the things that I have an issue with, and I'm just going to warn a lot of y'all before y'all come and endure NADTA and go about this journey with CRST. You have many different trainers down there at NADTA. And I get the whole, melting pot experience. You take a little from this, a little from this, a little from this, a little from this, and you get experience from everybody. I get that. I'm all for that. But when 2 to 3, maybe even 4 of your trainers are very good backers, and then you got a couple that just throw your head straight off, yeah, I think they need to stick to road training and PTI. So, you get, perceptive from this person, and that's kind of what happened to me yesterday, because I was told to do this. But when I used that formula and that calculation, it didn't give me the same results as it gave me on a different carousel. So when I got down to carousel 1, it was like, okay, what I did down there at carousel XYZ is not doing the same thing. I'm too far back now when I need to be further up. And if you don't break that plane, there's no moving up to get to where you need to be. If you don't break that plane, you hit. If you back up, hit that cone before breaking that plane, you hit. You gonna hear them words that start with an R that I told you that you don't want to hear. You gonna hear them. you gonna hear them. And you gonna learn to hate their voice. Like, so serious. So that formula from that particular instructor did not work for me in that moment in time. But I used it and it jacked me up. The formula I got from a few others, the formula is good. I like the formula. I'm not saying nothing about it. But in certain situations, that formula is not going to work for me. And when I start trying to think, okay, well, how do I correct this? How do I do this? Okay, well, let me try this. This seemed like it's going to work and it would fit me. It don't end up working and it don't fit me. And I can't pull up. And see, that's the difference from the real world. In the real world, you going to have that additional pull up. You going to have that time to say, okay, let me pull out, straighten back up, and scoot my back over a little bit so I can get up in here. You're not going to have to worry about breaking a plane. But here, you have to break the plane in order to use your pull-ups. See what I'm saying? So I'm very proud of the people that have went before me, that did get their white hats, that did do it on the first try. I'm very proud of the ones that went today, that are going to get it, the ones that still are to come, and that are going to get it. I'm very happy for every one of y'all. I'm very proud of y'all. I'm never a bitter type chick. I'm the type that, hey, if I didn't get it, I'm not going to sit up there and be like, well, I'm mad because you doing it. No, I'm very happy and proud for everyone, sincerely and wholeheartedly. But the only thing I can say to me is, we're not going to give up. We've come too far to let this stress us. And we're going to get it. We're going to get it. It's going to take some work, but we're going to get it. Hopefully we'll get it tomorrow. But if not, we're still not going to give up and we still going to get it. The me that you see sitting on this video right now had to come take me a break because the instructor that does the testing was like, well, just go back to the carousel and, continue to watch and observe and da-da-da-da. No, I need a break. Know your limits, too. Because Reese knows her limits. Reese know when, I'm about to kind of blow a gasket and I don't want to go off on nobody because it's not nobody's fault. I'm more kind of irritated with myself that I didn't do whatever it was that I needed to do. But then once I take a breather and I'm able to calm down and see things a little bit more clearly, I'm not even mad at myself. Because this too shall pass. You gonna get better. Rome was not built in a day. Just like when you first took them training wheels off that bike. Did you learn how to ride on your own without somebody holding the back of that seat the first time? Nope. Did you learn how to ride that bike on your own without somebody holding that seat the second time? Nope. Maybe not even the third time. Nope. Maybe not even the fourth time. Maybe you fell a couple of times. Maybe they put one training wheel back on one side to help you out again. But you eventually got it. And that's all that matters, So, we're going to woosah, we're going to relax, we're going to meditate, and we're going to get it together. And this too shall pass. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me go through my moment of not so good. That's what we're going to call it. I just wanted to come to y'all and, show y'all that every day ain't going to be a flyby. Every day you're not going to come with a good story. Everybody come on with these YouTube videos and, I did good. I did this and I did that. Well, kudos to you if you get it, and you excel through everything, picture perfect. But the real world is not always like that. And I want to come to y'all and paint y'all a real world picture because on them days that y'all feel like I do, or on them days that it don't go exactly as you planned, on them days that you still have to show your face to your classmates that have made it, or the ones that are like, oh, you're going to do good today. You're going to do good. You got it. And you don't get it. This is what holding your head up high looks like. And this is what taking a moment for yourself looks like. This is what regrouping and realizing that it's okay looks like. This is called encouragement. So for all y'all out there that's following me, I appreciate you. And I'm going to keep y'all posted on my journey. You know, when I get this backing thing, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to let you know I got it. After my backing, there's road. And then after I complete my road, then we'll have our CDLs. Okay? All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.